go, and you'll find out you'll be inking deals.
Okay.
Find out what they want. If this is what they want, give them what they want. You can move on. You can always go back and renegotiate, or just close the deal. Say, you know what, it's not going to work out. Can't find funding. House has termites. Whatever, you know.
Ghost.
Yeah,
What was that? What was that? Oh, there he is.
I said it's got ghosts. It's got a dead guy buried in the back of the closet down there at the end of the hallway. Ain't that right, Coach Steve?
And he's still standing up. Oh Lord.
Yeah, he's standing back there waiting on somebody to come get him.
Crazy shit. Crazy shit.
All right. Anyway, that was uncalled for. Sorry, everybody. That's reference to a tale Coach Steve told us last week or the week before.
A couple of weeks ago. You had to take the shovel out to find that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ran out of deals. We had to talk about something for an hour, for crying out loud. So, what it is. So, Vaughn, what are you going to do tomorrow?
What am I going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm going to call her. I'm going to say, hey, here's some paperwork,
No, you're going to call and going to say, I got good news for you. Good news for you. Yep. You put this house up for $290. I'm going to give you the whole $290. When can we go to contract? That's it. What state is the house in?
Tennessee.
Yeah, so that's it. Go to contract. Send her a contract. Make sure you make it subject to funding.
Yeah.
You can be a lot more subject to financing or subject to funding, whatever. Right? Make sure you leave yourself at least a 60-day window for financing, or funding. If you can get 90 days, get 90 days. How long has this property been up for sale?
Oh, good question. I don't think very long.
Well, that's something that should be part of when you go and make somebody an offer. The longer something's on the market, the more motivated people are. Even if you just look on Zillow, you look and see how long it's been on the market. If it's been on the market for 90 days, that's a different deal than if the house has been on the market for 5 days. Would you agree?
Right. Yes.
So that's something that you ought to be looking at.
Okay.
But don't keep swinging that bat, man. You're gonna make a home run. I know you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Keep going. Well, you got anything else?
Well, I got one that I'm working on. But I think it might be a good one. The ARV was looking at like over 100, 112, 120 maybe. Got her under contract for 30 for just a regular, for just a PNS. She listed on Zillow for 65. Zestimate said 65. I called her on the phone and she says, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm just happy with half. I just want to get out of it." She's not living there. I finally got the pictures back today because I've been under contract with her for a couple days now. Got the pictures back. It looks really beat up. But I think even with some work,
How long so you did a contract for purchase with her?
Yeah.
Okay. How long is your deal for? How long you got?
November 3rd.
That's not a lot of time, man. Why?
I don't know. I thought 30 days was pretty standard, or
there's nothing standard.
Okay.
You make the rules because you're coming in the door. You're doing the buying, so you're making the rules. The only thing that's standard is what you make standard. So you got till November 3rd. So what are you doing to market this house?
I'm gonna do some Craigslist and Facebook ads, but I found some buyers in the area from PropStream. Called some of them. One of the guys I got through knows the lady, knows the house. He says there's no way I'm getting over 20 grand. He says there's no way. He's a realtor. He's a realtor in the area, so he's an expert. So it kind of got me freaking out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He just knows he wants to steal it from her when you walk away.
Right. Okay. Because I was thinking that too, maybe. Because he seemed like he sounded like he knows what he's talking about.
That kind of comment makes me want to say, "Hey, buddy, what if I called you at your place of work just to tell you that you can't do your job? Like like where you get off telling me what I can and can't do? Do you want to buy it or do you not want to buy it? I'm not asking for your opinions here, bud.
Yeah.
Is that wrong to feel that way, Steve?
This guy claims he knows everybody. So yeah, I wouldn't even listen to what the guy has to say. I just move on to the next. Whatever. I
Okay.
just say, oh, that's what it is. All right, listen. I got to clean some lint out of my navel right now. It's more important than talking to you. So I'll talk. I'll give you a call back in a few weeks when
Wow.
after my check clears. So I wouldn't say something to entice the guy because you know what, he might be looking at that house too. You don't know. So
Yeah.
the pictures come back and they're kind of raggedy. Where's this house? What state's this house in?
Tennessee.
Okay, well, there's buyers all over the place. So when did you put it on Craigslist yet?
No, not yet. I just got the pictures.
Okay, Craigslist and go on Facebook. You're gonna get swamped.
Yeah.
Watch the pictures. If the whole property is shot, just take a picture of the front and leave it like that.
Awesome.
Don't show a whole bunch of pictures of. Don't give people a reason not to call you.
Yeah.
The only thing you're gonna do with this advertising is create a phone call. That's it.
Likely their first question is going to be, do you have pictures?
Right.
Yeah, I got pictures. Sure.
Yeah.
I got more pictures. I don't know how to download them though. Can I just email them to you? I'm not really, all techie, So
Right.
yeah. So, but I'd say, look, when you word your ad is positive. Your ad is saying, this house has got you're buying a house for 40 cents on a dollar. And the first guy that comes to me with the best offer over $45,000 or $50,000 gets the house, whatever that number is. The best offer over. That's how I sell stuff. I don't like saying because then they're going to come in and offer you 15 or 20, which means you're already establishing that you probably already got an offer for 30,000 or whatever the number is. So you can try like that. I don't know how Justin feels about that, but I'm in a different market.
I feel like you got to put it up on Craigslist. Pictures, all of them, one of them, whatever. You're going to have to cough up pictures sooner or later anyway. But I think that's my opinion on it. But as far as putting it on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, the pricing, okay, you don't want to be like on these low junker end deals. You don't want to be like, hey, the price is 30,000. Sometimes that's okay. 35,000 in this case, right? Because you got it under contract for 30. So all right. In some cases like this, where the house is a real beater, just in bad shape, real bad. You want to just say, hey, deeply discounted property, take a look, make your best offer.
If
Sometimes
you love houses, this house is for you. Boy, it's ugly.
Yeah. And they'll, because sometimes ugly houses do go for like best offer type scenario because they don't know what it's worth to somebody. So if you can create a little activity, the whole point of the whole idea, even if you put on Craigslist, hey, purchase price 15,000. Okay, cool. You got 12 people that's calling you now. Wonderful. You have a bidding war now. Now, yes, sir. Well, we have several people interested. The last person that made an offer was sitting at 35,000. Can you do better than that? Because we're going to close the bid tonight. We're going to accept an offer at 5:00 tonight. I need you to get over there and take a look at it. Shoot me, but we're sitting at 35 right now. Can you do better than that? All right, let me know. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any round robin auctions there, Justin?
I have. It's been a number of years since I was doing it on a regular basis. But that's how you create a buzz. You got to get offers. Okay. Just like we always say, you got to get something under contract. Okay. Well, once you get something under contract, now you got to get offers. So what is it going to take to get offers? I don't care. High offer, right on the peg offer, low offer, too low offer. Great. I don't care. Get me some offers because that's really what that property's worth. Right. Now I need to be able to go back to the homeowner and talk a little perspective into them and say, hey, listen, we're going to have to renegotiate on this because we cannot close like we agreed to with all that's going on here with the property, what's going to cost repairs, so on and so forth. So here's the thing, man. I'm going to have to walk, or we could close, and we'll be willing to close. How about this? We'll close next Wednesday if you'll let us do it at this price. Is this over, or are we closing next Wednesday? You let me know. Oh, that's kind of like my negotiation conversation.
Also
Happens a lot.
when I first started using PropStream and I was looking for buyers for some properties, I went around to all the people like within a 2 or 3 mile radius, whatever it was, got all the people that bought properties, whether they were retail, wholesale, whatever. I didn't care what they were. I skip traced them on PropStream, put them into a text message blowout, and just sent them all a message. Property available. First person with, blah, blah, blah. May be the fair owner of this property. And I sold a couple of properties down in Alabama doing that. I only had like 3 properties to move, 3 or 4, 3.
Yeah.
And I did it that way. I did okay. Didn't make killing because there's not a lot of money there. But
Great idea.
But that's what I did. And it didn't what it cost me $5 to skip trades. So I mean, and I just looked phone numbers in and away they went. So
yeah, that's an awesome idea. And I think we pulled up cash buyers for that deal last week. Maybe am I thinking right, Vaughn? You and me?
Yeah.
So there are some cash buyers in that area.
Yeah.
In Country Boy terms, long story short, we don't even really know what the ARV is. It's maybe 65, maybe it's 125. Hell, who knows? It's kind of all over the board there. There's not even much really to look at or compare to. You got under contract dirt cheap. Great job.
Yeah, really.
Now let's just get an offer. That's just the whole game, man. So don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the local realtor. Let's just get an offer and see what it is. If it comes back, if your first 2 offers are 5,000, 8,000, and 11,000, we got problems. We're going to have to really, really, really negotiate down.
I think he puts this baby on Facebook. He's going to get a lot of dreamers that are going to be calling. So I mean, awesome. You don't need for this price range of house. This isn't, he can get the guy that wants to be the landlord. How many bedrooms is this house?
It's a 3-2.
Hell's bells, man. What's rents like in that area?
Let me look at that. Yeah, it's like 600. 5 to 700.
So I say, this has an ARV of possibly 120,000, and you can get a minimum right now of $700 a month. I only want 45 grand. First guy with 45,000 gets it. Is that you? Call this number.
Wow.
Give them a reason when you do your advertising. You want them to pick up the phone and call you. And you're going to hit on all the positive things. You don't care if the roof fell in, somebody dropped a Volkswagen through the roof. Doesn't matter. They can go by there and look at it themselves. If they're calling you, it's because they're either another wholesaler that wants to peddle the property, or they could be an end buyer. They could be a landlord. They could be a wholesaler in the area. And there's no merchandise out there. Not a lot. It's coming, but not a lot.
Right.
So stick to your guns.
Okay.
Yeah. And that seller sounds so willy-nilly. I'm sorry, but hey, Mr. Homeowner, the property, I think it's worth about 65,000. I only want half. Half's good.
Dude, she was a weird one. She sounded kind of crazy.
Well, not crazy, just like not trying to get rich, doesn't have pie in the sky ideas, just wants this problem off her back and some cash in her pocket.
Yeah.
And you can renegotiate with a seller like that.
Yeah.
So get an offer, dude. Whatever you do, let's do a lot of it and get it done, man. Let's get paid.
You did your homework on it. She really owns the property, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. So, man, that's it.
That's great, dude.
Advertising is to ring the phones. They can't push their money through the phone, and you can't squeeze the house through the phone. So that's all you use. That's all you use advertising for, is to make the phone ring. All right,
Got it.
make it happen, man. You got a good deal there, so start swinging the bat. You'll be all right. If you need help, just give us a ring or whatever. Get us on. Claude,
Yes,
go around.
absolutely.
Don't let time go by. Don't let a day go by.
Yeah.
You can put ads on Craigslist and on Facebook right now tonight.
Yep.
So get it working for yourself.
Roger that.
Also, too, if any more realtors call you or any wholesalers call you or anybody that's of the professional nature like this, and I say professional tongue in cheek when I say wholesaler, right? But you know what I mean, a business type mind calling you about this. But the question that I want you to ask them is do you have a buyer that you and I might be able to place in there? Is that something we could talk about, or are you just wanting to talk?
It's a good idea.
Oh yeah. You never know. One of them might have a connection too, and they're trying to feel you out and feel the seller out, feel the deal out. And it's like, well, let's just make a marriage happen here. Why not, bro?
Don't let them talk you down either.
You're the deal maker.
You're the man. You hold all the keys right now. So you make that happen, fella.
Right now you're doing like the rain dance, Native Americans used to do a rain dance to make it rain, at least that's what they say on TV.
Yeah.
You're the rainmaker. You're doing that. You got to do the dance. And right now you're only halfway through the dance, man. You got to keep the dance going. And as soon as you get this dance going and get it all the way done, it's going to rain.
Right on, bro. You know what? I am Salish and Mandan from my mom's side of the family, so.
That's powerful, dude. That's
a
powerful image. Yeah. The rainmaker. Gosh, I love that.
I don't know if we can talk like that anymore. Are we allowed with this woke culture and all that? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't care.
Certainly not a
whole lot of shit is what it is. All right. Very good. Very good. So that's so you said you got your hands full. That's good, man. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Keep it going. Good job. We're proud of you, Vaughn. Keep it going. I see we got Hervik. He's working out in the gym, but he's listening to us. I'm going to see Hervik on Thursday morning. He better be in good shape for this meeting. That's all I got to tell you. Have his earphones going. There you go. And he's bringing somebody with him. It's all going to be good.
What's going on Thursday? What is it?
We got that meeting with John Iannotti down here in Florida.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
When you didn't want to buy a plane trip to.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe next time, I guess.
Maybe next time. Listen to this. Jeez. God almighty.
I'm playing hard to get. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Hard to get.
All right. Very good. Anyways.
Well, I asked you the question about the hotel bed arrangement, and you didn't seem to have any positive answers for me. So I was like, well,
I got there's two beds in a room. What am I going to tell you? There's 2 beds in a room.
You said I was going to sleep on the floor.
You buy
the one king.
You guys remember that? He said the floor.
You buy the bed. Otherwise, you're sleeping on the floor. Whatever. Who we got on there? Ed, you coming out there? You coming out there?
I'm gonna miss you this time, man. I've been on the wedding run these last few months, so I'll catch you in the spring. I hope you're there.
Yeah, never know. I might be. We'll see. Cool.
Oh, there's another opportunity in the spring.
He does two of these a year usually. He has been anyway. I don't know if he's going to keep doing it, but whatever.
Yeah, it's in March.
Yeah, he sees an avalanche of properties coming, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Well, they got what they claim I don't know. All the rates are going to be going crazy. Absolutely. I think it's going to be insane. I'm just watch inflation and watch the unemployment rate. And as those two keep creeping up, the banks are scared. The banks will they're already getting very skittish. So it'll be tougher and tougher to get a new loan. It'll be tougher and tougher to finance yourself out of one, and which means there'll be more foreclosures. So, there's something he said to me tonight. Well, he said to his group. He had a meeting about an hour before we went on here. And he said that, years ago, back, 2008, 9, 10, whatever, when they were getting all these foreclosures in. If someone was behind 5, 6 months and they had an interest rate 7, 8, 9%, you were coming up with some really serious money, even on $100,000 house. He says now with interest rates 3, 4, 5%, he says the rates are way down there. Even if you got to make up the difference, the rate of the payments are lower, but you're also getting more equity for your dollar. So I like that. So I am looking forward to subject twos like air. So yeah, like air. So you like that. All right. Anyway.
Like air.
Air.
Telling you, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's your boy right here, man. Hold on. Look at this. Look who's popping in here, Mr. Iannotti.
Is it really?
Yeah, there he is. He's coming on in here.
Oh, good. Let him in. Let him in.
Hey, welcome. Welcome, sir.
Big John, you here? What am I keep doing that for? I'm playing with 2 different computers here.
Got me?
There he
Hey.
is. Alive. The
There you
man
go.
himself.
Cool.
Hey,
There.
you're gonna be
Hey,
out
Mr.
there Thursday night? You're gonna be out Wednesday night?
Wednesday night.
Yeah. They made these reservations for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Your event's over on Sunday and people are going home. How the hell am I gonna get there? I'm up in Kissimmee. How the hell am I gonna get there and be at this meeting on Thursday morning at 9 a.m.? That happens. I'm coming in Wednesday. So
A little too far for Uber.
yeah, really. Uber. Don't even talk to me about Uber. Yeah. Anyway, so how you ready to rock and roll there for Thursday morning? Sounds like you're pumped up.
Yeah, we're excited. We've got everything pretty much put together. I just got to get it all hauled down there. Wednesday afternoon, I think we'll take everything down.
Cool.
Get set up.
Cool.
So, what are you guys talking about?
We're talking about this guy Iannotti with his meeting on.
Me?
I was going to say, I think we were talking about you. Just right. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh, okay, Justin. Well, gee, I don't know. What do you need to know from me?
I was just saying that was how I brought up. I was happy to be going back down there. Ed Klasky, Ed's not going to make it down there this trip, but he says you're doing another one come the spring. I says, well, I said you do like 2 of these a year, right?
Yeah, 2 a year. We're kicking around doing one in the summer as well. Maybe might even just be virtual, because the thing with doing a live one in Southwest Florida in the summer, the prices for the hotel and everything is just astronomical, so that's why we don't do it in the summer. But yeah, we may do a virtual one, maybe in July or something.
What do you see this market doing, man? When's this big adjustment coming? You got your ear to the ground.
Well, I had breakfast the other day with a guy. Guy's name's Pete Hegseth. Know him?
No.
That sounds familiar.
Fox and Friends TV show.
Okay.
He was in town. He said he was talking to the big guy a couple of days ago, and he says it's pretty much he's running. So that might help things in 3 years and whatever.
Whatever's left.
Yeah, whatever's left. But what we're hearing is, if we're at about 8% inflation already, and if they pass these new spending bills that they want to spend all this money, that's probably going to double the inflation, which is going to be killer for the economy. It's just going to kill it. And the moratorium on mortgages is coming up. So I know we are already getting properties that people haven't made payments for 6-8 months, and they want out. So I see a big flood of those coming. I believe there's over 6 million properties that are behind already on their mortgages. So that's a big number, but it's a small number because there's a lot more houses that are okay than are underwater. Again, I'm not going to be doing short sales. I don't have any more hair to lose, so I'm not doing.
Hey, pal.
No short sales for me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't need to do short sales. You know, like we got one that came in today. It's 8 months behind. Now, their monthly payment is a lot less, but I'm just going to say
This is what we were just talking. We're just talking about this. Go ahead.
yeah, it was I think their payment is right around $550 or something like that. But let's say it's $1,000, and they're 8 months behind. That's $8,000 we got to come up with to buy this house and take over their mortgage. You know, if you got a private lender who has a small amount of money that they can invest, you know, there's lots of people that want to invest money, but they maybe only have $10, $20, $30,000 to invest. You can use them on a property like that, where you make up the $8,000, and now you're making payments to them, and you got the $550 a month. You know, it's a great way to buy properties. And the thing is that I don't care what I pay for a property, what the purchase price is. I care what is the total PITI, because if it can cash flow, I could care less what we're paying for.
Yep.
Because I'm looking for the cash flow. Because the great thing about every single loan is they all pay off over time. And if somebody else is making that payment for you, what do you care? They're making the payment, and you've got cash coming in, and you got the depreciation, and you own the property. Life is good.
When you got a deal where you're bringing in private money, and let's just say it's a $200,000 house, you need $40,000 to bring it current, and the first mortgage is, I don't know, $125,000. Mm-hmm. So everybody's happy. That $40,000 that your private lender's bringing in, you're securitizing it by what, a new second?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when I do private money, they're secured with a mortgage on the property, the promissory note, the homeowner's insurance policy, and I personally have a multi-million-dollar life insurance policy on me that if something were to happen to me and they want their money back, the money's there to pay them. So they're very protected with me.
You don't have anybody following you around, you know, when you're not low. Well, you're a retired cop, so I mean,
I got to tell you the story. When I signed that insurance policy, Steph and I went out right after that for dinner, and we went to this really nice little Italian place, and I'm sitting there and I'm having my salad, and it really had some good balsamic vinegar on it, and I got a piece of celery stuck in my windpipe. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and it was so bad that the cooks came running from the kitchen. But by the time everybody came, I had enough in me that air that I reached across the table and I shoved the table into my diaphragm, and it came out. And it was we called up the agent after that happened. Said, you know, hey, what happened? And would they have covered it? He said, yeah. He said, they'd have covered it. So I almost died as soon as I signed the dang papers.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And ever since then, every time somebody wants to go on a boat, I'm like, I don't know, just give me the cooler or something, you know, that's all.
Wow.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'll tell you, it was bad. It was bad.
Scary.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of people on here all of a sudden. Anybody got a question or want to talk to John or have a question about a deal? Speak up now. Anybody got something you want to chat about? Otherwise, we're just going to keep just having our own chat here. We got Rick and Ed and Hervek and Vaughn and Vernon DeShields is with us tonight.
Perfect.
Hi, sir.
There's
man.
Rick.
How are you? Sorry, I missed the call today. I didn't thought of it. I put an alarm every week for the call, but it's just I missed it. I don't know. I just saw the email.
That's all right. I'll let you.
I'll see the I'll see the recording. So the question is, so like this seller, like for example, they are behind 8 months or 10 months, 12 months. I know people are behind 15 months. And for example, they have $2,000 payment, they are behind $30,000. But they are what do you call them? I was talking to somebody and their bank put all the money in the bank at the back of the end of the loan. There's
Right.
no interest. There's no interest, no payment, nothing. But the only thing is, once you pay off the property, you have to pay that chunk at one time.
The balloon note.
So the balloon note, yes, but no interest and no payments. So do you
Nice.
suggest telling the seller doing something like that with their bank and just taking over the payments, or no?
Well, again, it depends on the PITI. You know, if the PITI is good for you, that you can cash flow the thing, that'd be one I'd take over, sure,
Okay.
for you. Because now you don't have to come out of pocket to make up the payments. That'd be
Besides, it's on the back end with no interest, no principal, no nothing.
Nothing. It's just a note.
to make up the payments.
Right.
I want to find all those I can.
You got
You guys
somebody
see, you guys see Claude down there eating celery?
Yeah.
Find all those I
Yeah.
I'm
John,
sorry. There was that celery story touched my heart. I had to.
It almost stopped mine.
Is it
that guy
Claudia?
standing behind us.
Claudia, do we have celery in the refrigerator? This is a moment, honey.
Standing behind you there. My goodness, another fellow New Yorker. Oh,
I
boy.
should have known.
I'm still sitting shiva for this guy. What?
Boy.
I love listening to you guys. I'm sorry to jump in, but I love listening to you guys. This is great stuff.
We do this every Monday night.
John, John, do you need any more celery?
I'm fine, thank you.
Celery and fish are the worst. You're right. Oh, yeah.
Thank
You
you.
two guys know each other?
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, boy, oh boy. Claude
Introduce,
Diamond.
introduce
Claude?
us.
Yeah, John. Claude Diamond is the how do I say this?
Be
He is the
careful. Be
guy.
careful.
He is the guy. But you know, we have all the theory in the world, right, John? You teach, but when you want to train somebody to get on a telephone and talk and do and not do a presentation, he's got talk. He's got this is the guy that gets it done.
This is the Claude Diamond.
You know him. Yeah. And John Iannotti is the Reacts guy. He's been in real estate for many years, turned and flipped a couple of thousand houses. Very really strong experience. Him and Stephanie, his wife, and they're putting on they've been on our podcast here a couple of times over the last probably 6 months. And we've got a presentation, a 4-day seminar he's doing starting Thursday down in Florida. But you two guys would hit it off, man. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
You guys get together.
no doubt.
Us New Yorkers are like a special cult, aren't we?
Steve, I gotta tell you, I'm listening to you and I'm going, oh my God, New York.
He knows how to talk.
He knows how to talk. He knows how to
Hey,
talk.
we send the sauce. We
The
send
hands. Look at the hands. All of a sudden.
the sauce. We send the bagels. I mean, come on.
That's it.
Seriously, we love you, Steve.
Yeah, Justin. Steve sends me bagels, Justin.
Bring them on.
That's
We're in-
great.
We're in North Carolina. All we get here is grits and
Hey,
barbecue.
we'll give you that address, Steve, if you want to send some more.
Yeah, right. I flew down there. I can't fly and bring them. You got to put them in your car and drive them. So
Our daughter came to visit us, and she was in New York for a few days, and she came down here to North Carolina, and she brought us a dozen bagels. Yes.
Raise
From
the
New
kid.
York,
We raised the kid right.
Whoa.
you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
No.
Anyway, you guys should have a conversation on the side. All right, you guys call, introduce yourself.
Which-
You already know
Which side? This side.
Well, yeah, left side, right side.
Let's
whatever.
talk about let's talk about celery and a boy. How embarrassing is that? I mean, to be choking. To me, I'd be choking in a restaurant. I'd be worried. I'd be more worried about being embarrassed than dying, I think.
After he just signed a life insurance policy, Stephanie's sitting there going, "Well, now let's see. Maybe we can catch this baby."
I think she had the agent on speed dial.
Wow.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
grass grows under that lady's feet. Let me tell you.
No.
Stephanie's a pip. Yeah.
So I got one question asked. How do we get Vaughn Cross, Vernon DeShields, and Minier Golf to smile during this great banter here? These guys look so.
What's
These
it gonna
guys look
take?
so serious, man.
What's it
gonna
gonna take? Yeah.
What's it gonna take to get you guys to smile, enjoy life, man? This is
There we
great.
go. There we go.
Monday nights,
I'll see
alcohol.
Larry.
You see, so Monday nights alcohol is optional. So we don't. We just throw it around and have a good time. That's what we do.
I had alcohol tonight. I'm proud
There
of
you
it.
go. There you go.
I got
Did
one
you-
waiting.
I had a nice glass of Rodney Strong Cabernet with dinner tonight.
Nice.
Wow.
But if you put your vodka in a Dasani water bottle, you can sip on it all day long.
Don't give away my secret. Works in a Perrier bottle too.
Oh, geez.
And you can have you can just go green, man,
Yeah, celery and water.
Hey, you're healthy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
practically vegan.
Did you guys hear, getting back to something serious, my one fella on the Monday group call we had this morning, he just sold a $2.5 million house in Escondido, California. Escondido is like the burgs, the suburbs, basically.
Yeah.
It gets very hot in the summer. It's a nice area. It's a beautiful, it's more than a suburbs. It's kind of a farmland area. He sold it for
Suburb of where? We're in California, Los Angeles.
Escondido, Southern California, San Diego.
Okay. All right. Okay.
He had it listed for $2.5 million. They bid it up to 2.75, and he thought he could have got $300,000. And I mean, and they were clawing and they were fighting over this thing. I mean, it was a nice house. And Tracy Phillips, you guys know Tracy. Nice fella. I think he was a Navy SEAL or something like that at one
good.
time. Now he's a real estate agent. And you start doing the math on this thing. This is what I was doing. A $2.5 million property. I don't even think, can you get a 10% down loan anymore for a $2.5 million property? It's usually 20. You need 20% of $2.5 million. Somebody do the math for me. Is that $500,000?
Yep.
I'm thinking yes.
Yeah. I'm a product of New York City school system. I still use fingers and toes here.
I hear you.
How many
Claude
people?
doesn't answer the question unless he knows the answer already. So go ahead, Claude.
How many people, I think about this on a more worldly level, and the people are fighting for this house, $2.5 million. They're bidding it up to 2.75. And he said, Claude, if we hung in there, it was really interesting. He was on my Monday call today. He said, Claude, we probably could have got 300,000, but the owner said, let's just sell it. We got more than we wanted, How many people can put 500,000 down? And what are the payments? Steve, you're our smart guy in the room next to Justin. How many people can afford? What are the payments on a $2 million loan? Of $6,000, $7,000 a month?
Most of those guys doing those deals are JVing them, or they're coming in the door with a private money guy that doesn't really care, just wants a return. I don't see many people just writing checks and looking to flip those properties themselves.
This was just a retail sale. They didn't want to, it wasn't a flip or anything like that. It was just nice couple. They needed a house, and everything.
Yeah, it's not fun games.
And I start to think, how long can this go on? That's my point here. How many people can spend $6,000-7,000 a month and put $500,000 down on a property?
Just New Yorkers, New Jersey, California, Washington. Yeah, guys like you.
Oh shit! I got that. I got that in my ashtray with the change, man.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean the hot markets like Jersey and New York and California and Washington State, you know, those places are nuts when it comes to pricing, and people still buy properties there and live there for some reason. And
where is that diminishing return? When does that diminishing return things come into effect?
again, it depends on that PITI. You know, I don't mind taking over a $2 million loan as long as the PITI I can make money on.
It's fun and games right now. The money is almost like being free.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be over really soon.
Are there any old guys in the room who remember whip inflation now buttons and mortgages? Steve, you and I have talked about this when interest rates were, what were they, 16, 17%?
And with the peanut farmer, the peanut
Yeah,
farmer.
yeah.
21, my first
18,
property.
18% was that you were stealing. Yeah, 21%. Yeah, man.
Yeah, my first duplex I bought was 21%. Yeah, and people were crying today at 9 and 10%, and I'm like, man, that's nothing. You know, give me
9%. It's like nothing.
the last 10 years, they've all been 2, 3, 4, 5%. So when they start coming due and they need help, I don't mind taking those over. Those are going to be like, oh, come on to Papa.
As long as they're cash flowing. You know what you got in the country with all these courts all closed, all right, for so long. Like you look in New York, Long Island, Nassau, and Suffolk counties, they're only caught up to 2017 on the average for foreclosures.
Yep.
Yeah. Which means these houses, these people just get up and move out of it, and there's a lot of them. That house is going to be sitting there for years before it gets caught up on the calendar. Years. So
that's why a lot of the banks today, they're not starting foreclosure on people as long as the people are taking care of the property. If they're letting it go, they'll start the foreclosure. But if they're, I know down here in Florida, I mean, I got people that have been in houses 5-6 years. They haven't made a payment. I mean, it's crazy. But it's because they're taking care of the property. They don't have to worry about putting it on the books. They don't have to the code enforcement fines and all that crap. So they're just not doing it. They can't put any more on the books.
See, judicial states take forever, and the non-judicial states like Alabama, Georgia, whatever, they listen. Texas, 45 days, 40 days. The only way you get a house through the system faster there is to rush the courthouse with a shotgun, I think. So I don't know. So it's pretty nuts, man. Pretty nuts.
That's it.
So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a lot of fun.
How come Justin is so quiet today?
He's shocked.
I'm just sitting here like a little church mouse, just listening to everybody.
Wonder what is in that water bottle.
I was falling asleep. That's what it was. I was falling asleep. Too much Dasani water. Too much water will do that to you.
We need sponsors for these little Zoom conclaves here.
Right. Like I should get paid for that sponsorship right there, Dasani.
Yes.
Hey, Dasani, if you're watching, hit me up.
Yeah.
Safeway celery. Here I am.
Yeah.
You listen to the commercials, not commercials, but what the comedians did years ago when they were doing like at Saturday Night Live, and they'd stop and they go to a bullshit made up commercial, and it was funny than the skits they were doing. You know, like what's his name there? Robin Williams comes out, and he said, and he wasn't on Saturday Night. He was doing his own show, and he's talking about drugs. He says, they got drugs today people take, and he says he just puts them in zombie land and all. I'm coming out with a new drug. It's called Fuck It All. So he says he takes the pill. He says, I'm sitting here in my own shit. Fuck it all. I don't care. But the guy, and the guy was spontaneous, and I missed the guy. Everybody misses him, But there's people out there sharp like that, man. And you want to have a sponsor every time. Let's invent some sponsors.
Justin, there goes your family rating, man.
Dude, that's totally bad. We got demonetized.
Monday nights forget
it. Fuck it all. Not to be confused with the date rape drug. Fuck you all.
Holy shit. All right, turn off the recording there, will you? I don't think we've got any questions tonight. I think this is just going to be an all-out have fun night. So that's all good. It's all great. It's all great. John Iannotti's calls are just like this. That's what he does. So
that's it.
What's going on there, Vernon? What's happening, man? You working tonight? Don't look like it. Oh, I mean, usually he sometimes calling you're at work. So that's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm at work.
You're at work? Yeah. Good guy. Good guy. Everybody see Vernon. Hey, how'd you do with those deals? Any more leads out of that stuff I sent you?
I still got some possibles. I'm still working on it, but I did pick up a property in Michigan.
Cool. Very good. Very good.
Market.
Very good. Want to talk about it?
Well, I'm doing a co-wholesale deal with another wholesaler, and I'm just started marketing it today.
Okay. All right. Well, you must have it pretty cemented. You don't need us. So Mr. Claude Diamond's bowing out. Are you bowing
I gotta
out?
go. I gotta go out. I got to pack. I'm going to a Florida celery convention, so I take care, guys. God bless you. You guys are great. Thank you.
Have a happy.
See you, Claude.
Claude can make the Pope curse. I'm telling you. Funny guy. Funny guy. So anyway, so go ahead. So Hervik, Vernon, your deal's pretty cement. You're in good shape.
Yeah, but I have another deal, and I'm supposed to see. I'm supposed to talk with the owner on Wednesday.
Yep.
And it's VA loan. He wants to sell, and the only way he can get out of it if he does probably like a lease option or something like that. But he wants to buy another property. It's not behind or nothing like that. It needs some fix up, but you can't wholesale it because it's just too much. It's too much of a loan on it.
How much? It's too much of a loan on it. You can't. So put it under contract, or buy an option on it, and just see what the market bears. You know what you got to do.
Yeah, I probably want to, go with somebody like a handyman or special or something like that. Somebody that can put a little bit down and basically take over the payments and stuff like that.
You want to go with anybody that's got the cash in hand. That's
Right.
going to qualify somewhat. You just don't want to throw anybody in the property. You got to do the guy some kind of so he's going to leave his financing on the table. He's going to leave it, and he just wants cash over.
Well, there's no cash over. I mean, he can probably get some cash on the back end, but on the front end, it's really not too much cash there.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you're putting that deal under contract. So that's cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, man. Anything else?
That's all I got right now. I got some foreclosure stuff to do tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. You doing anything with the coach lately?
No, that's what the foreclosure stuff is tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Who else we got? Anybody else got a deal they want to talk about? Anything happening? Something you threw out in the trash? Maybe you want a second guess? Anybody going? Well,
No throw leads away.
Steve? Oh,
go ahead. Somebody wanted to break in. Go ahead. No,
It was Larry from
Hey,
Illinois.
Steve.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Steve, I got a house in Indiana. It's in a little bitty town. And she's asking 19.5 for it, been vacant for a long time, 3 lots with it
Well,
in a little bitty burg. And I found today, I've kind of run this by myself or by she's asking 19.5. There's a house in the town that sold in September. It looks about like it. I mean, they're older houses. 142.5 they paid for this house. And
right.
it's not as big as the one I'm looking at.
Well,
So
how
they
much?
just-
How long is this one you're looking at been for sale?
17 days. Not very long, but
Got any offers on it?
I don't believe she has. No,
So-
they brought it from back in 10, 9, 10, 11 long in there.
You got any
And
pictures?
She got 42 pictures. Well, on realtor.com, I found 42 pictures.
Okay. So what's your first thing you're gonna do with this property tomorrow morning?
Well, I'm going to call her and try to get it and put it under contract and see if I can do something with
She wants 19,000.
it. 19.5.
So give her 19.5. Give her a contract for 19.5 and get a nice long due diligence period as long as you can. Because who knows if this is just firewood you're buying? I don't know. You don't know, right?
It's not that bad a looking house. Really.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then at 19,000, you can't buy a used Chevrolet for it.
No.
So, and if this is, I mean, if it's got electric and plumbing in it, it's probably worth it. Just in scrap alone, it's probably worth 19,000. You know, so give it a contract for it. And are you on PropStream?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, you gotta. What's it worth on Zillow? If you look on Zillow,
I think it's worth on Zillow said 80.
80.
Yeah.
So first thing you're gonna do tomorrow morning is beg this woman to get a contract from her. Just get the. Don't worry about the rest of it. You can't do anything without a contract.
That's right.
Right.
Mr. Iannotti, come on, kick in.
Here's I'd give her what she wants. And if she even balks at that at the 19.5, I'd say, well, I might be able to go a little more. Maybe 20. Whatever. Maybe 20, maybe 25. I don't care because I'm going to knock her down down the road. I'm going to bring her back to reality. But the thing is, if it's worth 80 and you can get it for 20, that's a home run. Now, what you could do is what I would do. I'd get it for whatever I can get her to agree to, and then put it out there and see what the market bears. Now, if the market's not bearing me anything, what I would do is I would come back to her with an offer. Say, I've got funding for the deal. Here's what it is. I can get you $25,000, and she's going to go nuts, right? She's going to love it. But this is how it's going to work, ma'am. It's $500 a month until the $25,000 is paid off. So that's a 0 interest loan.
And zero.
Right.
But you're paying a premium. You're paying 25 instead of 19.5. So you are paying interest, but it's just you're not calling it interest.
Okay.
And no money down, just $500 a month. What would it rent for?
Oh, I don't know if I had an estimate on there or not on that. I'm figuring maybe 800 a month, maybe.
800 a month? Well, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't give her 500 a month. I'd maybe start out at 300.
Okay.
Leave yourself some money on the table, for a spread. So if you want to keep it, if you don't want to keep it, you want to pass it on to another investor, the seller financing, you'll pass it on to him, but he's going to put a chunk down. Okay. So you're
Okay.
getting it at 25 at say $300 a month. You sell it to him for 60 at $500 a month. You're making 200 a month. And the spread was what, $40,000.
Right.
So you got a good chance of making a pile of money on that thing. And if you take it out for 30 years for him, you're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a deal with a landlord, you do 5 years or 10 years or something like that with it. So
Whatever they want to do.
catch it up.
I typically will put a cap for the first 5 years. They can't pay me off because I want 5 years of cash flow, and then I want the chunk.
Okay.
See? I recently did one where I paid $5,000 for the house, and I got someone to move in on a work for equity. Sold it to them for $54,900. They put $10,000 down, so I'm $5,000 to the good, and my monthly spread on that was like $389 or something. It's huge. It's almost $400. So I'm making $400 a month, and I think it was a 10-year deal. 10-year deal. But it has
Okay.
A
got a balloon on it.
$20,000 house that rents for $800 a month. Everybody hit that. My God.
Yeah.
Larry,
Incredible deal.
First thing you're gonna do tomorrow morning is get this contract done.
Right.
Always offer what she's got, what she wants. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Or what she wants.
Hear that, Vaughn? You listening, Vaughn? We got this. You see why I like this guy Iannotti? This dude over here.
Yes, sir.
See? You've been hearing me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the godfathers of real estate here. You are all trimmed up.
I always say I hate to spend money to buy real estate, but I want to own it all.
Or control it all.
Control it though.
I control so much, it's not even funny. Now, along the way, you get to own some too.
Yep.
You know, like that $5,000 house. You want that.
Yep.
You know, because you got to have some write-offs. Because just controlling, I can't write off stuff. But owning, that's different.
Now, Larry, imagine this was a $200,000 house, right? That you were able to, let's say they're selling a house for $200,000 that's worth $4 million. You're looking at lower end stuff. Don't be afraid to step up to the plate and put another zero in there. You make
Right.
more money. Same thing with you, Vaughn. Step it up.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to step it up.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The only thing at risk is what you have into the deal.
That's it.
And if you don't have any money into the deal, who cares? You know, if for some reason you got to let the property go back to the seller, you didn't have anything into it.
So don't be afraid of looking at more expensive properties, especially now. Especially these houses that are the house is worth $250,000. They want $350,000 for it. It doesn't matter. Give them what they want. Get a contract. And what John does is the reverse engineering of deals. So you've been on it for the last few weeks, and you listen to John come in and go, and you got some kind of an idea as to how it works. So, but listen,
Enough to make you dangerous.
Enough to make you dangerous. You got your own common sense, and which is what a lot of this really comes down to, a little salesmanship, you know, and bring a deal back to the club here, and we'll knock it around. But don't be afraid to make offers. Offer them what they want. Give them what they want. When I first said that on air, I think we had people passing out on the phone. It was one of the weekday calls. People saying, "What? What the hell did Driscoll just say? Let's give them what they want. What? Why? Yeah, why?"
I've done over 8,000 deals, guys. 8,000. Now I've been doing it a few years, but let me see here. I think I just got what? Oh yeah, boss lady. That's enough, she says. But you know, the thing of it is, that's how you can do so many deals, is by giving them what they want and let the market speak. And then if you have to, you go back and you renegotiate with the seller and with the buyer. So,
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Awesome.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna cut out.
Okay, John, thanks.
John, I'll
Yep.
see you Wednesday night. You gonna be down there Wednesday night?
Yeah, I think Wednesday afternoon we're heading down, so we'll be there.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll see you down. Keep smiling.
Take care, guys.
All right,
Safe
John.
travels.
Thanks for stopping in.
You bet.
All right. So who else we got? Anybody else got anything they want to share, talk about tonight? Deals, no deals? Otherwise, we're going to call it a night. It's after 10 o'clock here in the Far East. Are we done?
So, Steve, one quick question. Like
Sure.
the way the market is going, and you're saying give them the full price, like what John talks about, right? To give them full price. Can you hear me
Well,
good?
yeah, go ahead. Would I give them full price?
Right.
Every deal is different, but if I smell it, then I'm going to be able to if I can get financing out of it, or if it's a deal that there's still a little bit of fun left on the top between what I can sell it for and what I can get for it on the retail side. See, I look more for cash flow. I'm not looking for that quick flip. I'd rather buy the house, I'd rather buy that $400,000 house and sell a financing of some sort, take over a note or whatever, and pay the $400,000 for it, because I'm going to manufacture the profit in the financing.
Okay.
10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I don't care. My own deals, I'm writing 40-year financing on them. So, I mean, I want that gravy train coming from my grandkids. So,
Got it. Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
yeah, man. So, cash flow is everything. You imagine making an investment, working it out today, and it pays you for the next 30 or 40 years. How many of those do you need? When you start putting them together, if everyone's only $500,
Right.
somebody's sounding off. You do one a month, so that's $2,000 a month. I mean, it's $2,000 the first month, it just keeps going, and it gets bigger and bigger every month, bigger and bigger every year, until you stop. And then when you stop, the money's still coming in.
Right.
So yeah, it's a wonderful thing. That's how these banks are built. That's how you walk into these banks and they've got the golden chandeliers and they've got all the marble, because we pay for it when we finance them.
True.
So, yes, indeed. All right, guys. Nothing else to
All right.
report?
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
You betcha, Mimi. Good talking with you. Thanks for
You guys,
stopping.
good one.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week. If you need, stop in, see our boy Justin during the week. And remember, we're trying to grow this group. We grow one at a time. So go bring somebody in, because we learn by bringing by the people that come in. Besides, it makes you feel good when you help somebody else. You get it back. You make it back in spades. You really do. It comes back to you. It's good. Good karma. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Thanks for coming on. Talk to you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun.